This is the SBA Update, exclusively on ASBN.
Hey everyone, Jim Fitzpatrick. You're watching another episode of the Small Business Show, exclusively right here at ASBN.com. Small Business Saturday is almost here. I know that a lot of you just heard that and you said, oh my God, I don't know if I'm ready for it yet. And we've got the perfect guest to talk about it. Teresa, who's the SBA Regional Administrator for the Southeast, and also Jennifer Johnson, author, speaker, coach, podcaster, and entrepreneur. I don't know when she sleeps, but she's also the founder of True Fashionistas, and we're going to be talking to her about that. We're also going to be chatting about why this Saturday matters and the ways that both business owners and shoppers can make the most of it. So welcome to the two of you. I'm so excited to have you both here. And Tyler, let's start with you for the first segment here. And let's talk about the big day for all entrepreneurs coming up, Small Business Saturday. This can be really a make or break day for a lot of entrepreneurs and small business owners that are out there. And I know that the SBA is very involved in this. So I'll let you take it from there.
Yeah, Jim, thank you so much for having us again on your show. This is, as you mentioned, Small Business Saturday is a huge day for small businesses all across the nation, right? Small Business Saturday is the Saturday right after Thanksgiving. So this year it's going to fall on November 29th, right? And what Small Business Saturday is, it's American Express created this idea that, hey, we got to encourage people to shop local, shop small businesses, make sure you get out and support the local community. And the SBA has been a big sponsor, making sure that we get the message out. Since its inception in 2010, there has been $223 billion spent on this Saturday.
Oh my gosh.
So it is an important day. It helps small businesses. And we have a great Jennifer on the show. She's going to be able to explain from her side how important it is to actually make sure people go out and shop small businesses this Saturday.
Yeah, that's fantastic. In fact, Jennifer got $221 billion of that money, I think, right, from your shop.
If not more.
Jennifer, you wear many hats, as we were talking about in the opening, which is fantastic. And as an entrepreneur, please tell us how you have worked with the SBA in the past, because I know you're a big proponent of the job that they're doing. Also, also want to get your perspective on how you view Small Business Saturday, and how does your business celebrate the big day?
Sure. So the SBA has been a really, really important part of our journey as a business owner. And first and foremost, they're more than just a lender of money. I want to put that out there. They are an institution that helps with education as well. Mm-hmm. I was part of their Emerging Leaders program back in 2021, and that was just such a wealth of information where I got to actually learn from professionals. Mm-hmm. So that was wonderful. But also in 2017, they helped us out when we had a natural disaster, Hurricane Irma, strike our area.
That's right.
And so we were able to get some of that disaster relief fund from that. And then also during COVID, they were a lifeline to so many people during that.
Us too. Yeah.
Yes. And I've made a lot of friends at the SBA, and just a wonderful, wonderful organization that really, really have the best interest of small businesses in mind. So great organization. Sure. And as far as how important Small Business Saturday is to small businesses, extremely important. Yeah. First and foremost, it comes on the heels of fourth quarter. Yeah. We're trying to go out of our year stronger than when we came in. And this gives us that extra boost. And it also is a day dedicated just for small businesses to tell people, hey, we're here. Yeah. Think about us and the people the ripple effect you will have on your entire community if you shop local and shop small.
That's right. That's right. And by the way, so many people, and I know just for myself, when you shop Main Street, you have a tendency to then go back because you don't realize the great shops that are just right down, on Main Street in your city, in your town, in your village, and you realize, wow, there's so much, that can be. That small businesses can benefit from, but so can the shoppers, and that's business that will repeat throughout the year, right?
Yep,
absolutely.
Yeah, no question about it. So talk. Let me ask you this: do small businesses depend on the holiday season to meet their bottom lines? And I'll let you both take that one. I'll start with you, Jennifer. You talked a little bit about it, but it's an important time of year, isn't it?
It really is. It is. That is our time to shine. And if we could have Small Business Saturday every single Saturday of the year, I would be ecstatic.
Right.
It's the one day where we can really just get out there, and there's a lot of PR, there's a lot of things surrounding us and supporting us at that point.
Right.
And it's really our time to shine.
Yep, for sure. I see you nodding your head, Tyler. You want to add to that?
Yeah, Jim, actually, you brought up a great point, right? There's actually been a survey out that if a person goes and shop on Small Business Saturday, they have a 66% chance that they're going to return back to that business that they just shopped at.
Yeah.
So, shop small Saturday is very important, but it's also the other days of the week. And you know what? This is a big proponent to make sure people understand that there's amazing stores within your local communities.
Yeah.
On top of that, small businesses are the ones that are going to be sponsoring the T-ball leagues. They're the ones that actually are giving back.
That's right.
A good stat is every dollar spent, 67 cents stays in that community.
Wow.
So it's really important you go out and you support your local businesses, because that money stays in your community.
That's
It
right.
employs people. It makes your city, your state better. So
yeah.
it's really important. And I think it does transcend just this Saturday.
Sure.
I encourage everyone to go shop small and local every day of the week.
That's right. 67%. That's fantastic. Take that, Costco and Walmart, right? Because that's going to some major corporation in some other land, some other major city. But it's so true. And then 99% of all businesses out there are small businesses, and that's where everybody, for the most part, is employed. Obviously, you have big business, but listen, for the most part, everybody is employed from a small business or is benefiting from a small business one way or another. So let me ask you this: how can entrepreneurs take advantage of Small Business Saturday? And again, I'll start with you, Jennifer, on that.
Well, there's several ways. First and foremost, I would say plan. You need to plan ahead. So many small businesses go, oh my gosh, tomorrow is Small Business Saturday. What am I going to do?
Yeah.
You need to start this planning early. And then the second part of that is relying on, while you're planning, is to rely on your history. I actually keep a running 5-year calendar of all the promotions that we've done, what's worked, what hasn't, how much money did this bring in, those kinds of metrics, so that I can make decisions that are informed for next year. So planning, number one. Number two is relying on that history. And number three is be visible.
Yeah.
You need to, because you're having a sale or you're doing this or you're doing that, it doesn't live in a vacuum.
Yeah.
You have to tell people, shout it from the rooftops, get it on social media, get it wherever you can, so that your customers actually know. And then I loved what Tyler said, was it 67 cents of every dollar that stayed with the community? So think about that for a second. So with that, you want to make sure it's always going to be easier to have a customer come back and give repeat business to your business than getting a new one. Right. So you want to make sure that on Small Business Saturday, and every day for that matter, that you're collecting those email addresses and those phone numbers so that you can market to the people that are coming in your door for the first time, so that the next time, yes, they're going to be that much more likely to come back and visit you.
That's right. No question about it. And you touched on social media, which plays such a big role today in all kinds of marketing for small businesses and entrepreneurs and wantrepreneurs and influencers and everything else. Great opportunity for you to be taking pictures and getting people to give you reviews during this time, because it could be that the person that just purchased from you during Small Business Saturday, guess what? They may have a following of 1,000 friends and neighbors and what have you. You don't need 1 million followers to make a big difference, but make sure that you're taking those pictures, you're interacting with them, you're asking for reviews, right, for your store. What did you think about shopping here? And also ask for input. What would you like to see us do more of or less of, or what was the overall experience like? Because you got that one opportunity to make a great impression with that customer that comes in on that day, right?
Right.
Yeah, no question about it. So did you want to add to that, Tyler, in terms of what small businesses can do?
Of course, Jim. One thing I like to tell every entrepreneur is make sure you have a team, and the SBA should be a part of your team, right? Yeah. Whether you need capital, right? We have the SBA loans. If you need consulting, we also have amazing partners with the SBDCs that can actually help you plan out exactly what Jennifer talked about. How do you map out your 5-year, previous with all your marketing plans? Right. Like the SBDC is there to help, and the SBA is going to be a big partner for you guys. So make sure you're go to the SBA website, sba.gov. You can find out everything that the SBA has to help your business succeed, especially in Small Business Saturday and beyond.
How can shoppers celebrate the Small Business Saturday? What do you tell, or what do you look for the shoppers to do?
What I would suggest for the shoppers to do on Small Business Saturday is first do your research and find out who is in your area. What small businesses can you go check out that maybe you haven't checked out before?
Right.
And check them out. Do some business with them. And, that will open the door. Maybe when you visit the one retailer on Main Street, they'll tell you about somebody else down the street that you haven't been to.
That's right.
So just do your research and know who's local and who may be a chain, so that you're doing your homework and you're supporting the people that are local.
That's right. That's right. Let's talk a little bit about the local economy. There's some concern out there, obviously, right now with all that we hear about tariffs in DC and the government shutting down and all the craziness. Doesn't matter what side of the aisle you're on. There's just some craziness coming out of DC. Although things seem to be coming back around, though. I mean, we've got the government open back up again, and business is rolling, and it's doing good. Stock market is still doing good. There's a lot of positive signs out there in the economy. But talk to us about that from your perspective as a small business owner, Jennifer, in terms of some of the concerns out there that maybe your fellow small business owners have. What are you thinking about when you think about the economy right now?
Sure.
Or does it even matter?
Well, we've seen the pendulum swing from one way to another and back and forth again, meaning so many people were shopping online, especially during COVID. Things are getting delivered to their door and all that, and they weren't necessarily thinking local. They weren't thinking small.
Right.
And I feel like the pendulum has swung back in our favor as small businesses because people are shoppers, consumers are looking for experiences.
Yeah.
They want to go into a store and touch and feel things and smell things and experience them.
Yep.
Rather than just buying online.
Yeah,
and
good point.
I feel like it's really swung back in our favor, and we're seeing more and more people embrace the in-store experience versus the online experience and really understand. I feel like if anything came out of the whole COVID area and all of that, it was like, hey, I know that these people are in my town and in my area. I need to support them. I need to. If I don't, they're going to be gone.
That's right.
So
that's right.
We've seen an uptick in local shopping.
That's right. That's right. Tyler, again, you're shaking your head over there. Did you want to add to that, or?
Yeah, actually, I want to add to the previous point. How do customers actually find these small businesses? Well, the SBA, as well as American Express, if you just go to our websites, there's actually going to be a list. You could type in your zip code, and it will show you all the small businesses within your community. So you can take advantage of the stores. Like Jennifer said, people want to go and want to feel things. They want to smell things, right? They want the soul back of the shopping experience, right? And that is why, it's just amazing that we have these thriving communities that actually have storefronts and local businesses that people could take advantage of, right? Yeah. So I encourage everyone this Saturday, Black Friday, sleep off the turkey, don't go out. Saturday after Thanksgiving, get your coffee from your local coffee store, go to these retail stores, go shop in your local communities, and really just experience what it feels like to be out and among, people that you love, which is truly your home.
Totally agree. Totally. And by the way, when he said coffee, that doesn't mean Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts, okay? Because there's so many great hometown coffee places that don't, include those big brands out there. You're giving business to somebody, but there's no better place than giving it right there. At 67 cents of every dollar stays in the community. That alone should drive you small business. Before we leave, I know that I'm going to be asked, why didn't you ask Jennifer what True Fashionistas is all about? So I'm going to let you do the shameless plug here. We want to know what is that business? How did it get started, and what does it look like today?
Sure. Well, I grew up in a really tiny town in central Minnesota, the second oldest of 6 siblings. Never had new to me clothes. My grandma would take me garage sailing, and this whole concept was kind of born out of that. 15 years ago, my husband and I started True Fashionistas in Naples, Florida, with 1,800 square feet. The next year, we busted out a wall and made it 3,600. And then a few years later, we added another location. So
Wow.
we basically combined all of those locations together into a 13,000 square foot store, which makes it the largest lifestyle resale and consignment store in Florida.
Oh my gosh.
And we have clothing for men and women and accessories like bags and shoes and jewelry and furniture and home decor.
Wow.
And the great thing about our store is that everything in our store is online as well.
Oh, wow.
And
that's great.
Yes, and that's one of kind of the biggest misnomers is people are like, oh my gosh, if you're online, that doesn't mean that you are a small business. And on the contrary, small businesses can certainly have an online
Absolutely. Yeah, no question about it.
Support them as well.
That's right. And if you don't know about Naples, Florida, I can guarantee you that is some beautiful merchandise. You might want to go on right now to that website. We're going to show it up right here on the screen that you're watching. But it's so good to have both of you on the show today. And Jennifer, that's such an exciting type business. You know, it's one of those things. My wife and I go into consignment shops every now and then. We're like, why didn't we think of this? This is a great idea, you know. And let me ask you this: do you have any new merchandise as well? Because I've been in those stores where there's also a line of new merchandise because you've got buyers in there, right?
Right. So typically the only new merchandise that we ever would bring in would be furniture and home decor, like Christmas.
Yeah.
We buy heavily at Christmas.
Okay.
We have a whole Christmas wonderland that we put out. And so those things are new, but our store, people are absolutely amazed. I remember when we opened our store, it was absolutely empty. People walked in and they went, this lady's crazy. She's opening this store with nothing. Within 2 weeks, we were full.
I bet. Isn't that great?
We're bursting at the seams right now at 13,000 square feet. We need to be larger.
And I would say that your business is a little recessionary proof. It does good during good times, and then it does good, or maybe even better, during tough times, because people go, wait a minute, instead of spending, X number of dollars on something brand new, let me go over, to see what Jennifer's got over here,
And you're absolutely right. We've been known as recession resistant.
Okay.
Not
I love it.
But resistant, because people are going to shop, buy, and sell in good times or bad.
Yep, absolutely. Tyler, I will give you the last word because it is the SBA update and you're with the SBA. So any final thoughts on this topic?
No, once again, just go out, enjoy yourself the Saturday after Thanksgiving, November 29th, and go shop your local community. Small businesses employ over 50% of the workforce. So it's really important that you go out and you support these people, support your local economy, and find something nice like you can at True Fashionista down in Naples.
That's right. No question about it. Tyler, Teresa, SBA Regional Administrator for the Southeast, and Jennifer Johnson, who is an author, speaker, coach, entrepreneur, and soon to be the largest reseller of clothing in the world. So thank you so much for joining us on the show today. Very much appreciate it. Best of luck to both of you, and love to do a follow-up to see how the weekend went.
Thanks for watching the SBA Update, exclusively on ASBN.